Hi guys, and welcome to my retro watches. If you're new to the channel, my name is Mike, and this video is all about the watch you can see in front of you, a HY Moser, if that's the way I'm saying it. I'm sure that's probably wrong, but there we go. This watch is running, and but it just needs a service. It'll be an interesting one to have a look at. It's gold plated and it's very nice. I love the way this crown is flushed there. Very, very nice feature. I don't know much about this brand. Maybe I should. I do think they're pretty decent quality. We'll get in the back in just a moment and have a look. First thing to do is to try and give it a bit of a wind. And in fact, I'll give it a full wind. We're going to stick it on the timegrapher before I start doing any work and just see how good or bad this is running. So here we go. Let's have a look. Now, I've got no idea at the moment what movement is even inside this watch. I've barely taken the back off to have a look, so it should be a bit of fun. So this is the trace we're getting. I've pretty much wound it as best I can. It's actually quite difficult to wind with that sort of integrated crown, but so far we're getting a lot of noise, and we're certainly not getting amplitude or beat error. I don't know what the lift error is. Here we go, some figures are coming in. So clearly there's room for improvement there, isn't there? So we can use this, we can use this as our baseline and see what we can improve. Perhaps if I just turn down the gain a little bit, sometimes that helps with a noisy watch like this to give you a better looking trace. But no, at least we can see one line. So without further ado, let's get into this watch. Okay, I popped off the case back. It is a screw case back. The thing is, it literally popped off, so it's hardly screwed in. Excuse the light reflection and my terrible fingers. I cannot see a service mark on this absolutely anywhere. So that's interesting. Now, the movement, though, is really nice. Beautiful colour. I love any of these sort of bronzy, sort of gold coloured movements. And this one is absolutely no exception. Just as I start talking, the thing's now decided not to run. So that's good. Gives me a problem to try and fix, doesn't it? Let's face it. So still don't know what the movement is. So I want to take it out and get the hands and dial off, and then we can start trying to strip it down. Okay, movement out. I'll just put the crown back in, get the hands in position and remove the hands. Typically just winding the hands there made the thing start run again. The hands are actually quite tarnished and rusty. Again, that probably isn't coming out on camera. Can I get it up close? Don't know whether that's coming out or not, but yeah, so it's probably had some life. Some moisture's probably got in somewhere and caused that, I guess, over the years. So let's just remove the hands anyway. So let's get the dial off. See if I can see any dial screws. Always what we're looking for. I've got my focus lock on there, so you won't be able to see with me. There's one just here. And no doubt there'll be another one somewhere on the other side here. And the dial is safely removed. So what we can see straight away is it's a fairly decent movement. It's a brand FF. Again, let me just see if you can see that because of the way the light is. 72, I'm not sure what is about, whether that's a year or just a reference number. Typical keyless works, nothing exciting there. We've got plenty of nice capped jewels here, and then the ink block as well. So nice, very nice indeed. I'm going to stick it in a movement holder and then we'll start disassembling this. So before I do anything else, I better try to take the power out the spring. And we can then make the watch nice and safe. There we go. So no unexpected accidents awaiting us there. So I'm going to turn it over. We'll strip the calendar works off. No, it's not a calendar works because there isn't a calendar works. It's just the dial side. So I'm hopeful of just a straightforward, cleaner service with this video. You never know. Watches do have a habit of throwing me a few curveballs every now and again. So we're going to take the hour wheel off, and it's also, oops, just not the camera. Also got the dial washer there as well. And then we just need to address the keyless work. So I'm just having a quick look myself to make sure I know where everything is, or everything's going to go when I put it back together. And now I need to find the right size screwdrivers. Good old bit of Rodico where required. Same with the minute wheel, look, that's a bit stuck. And that should set that spring free. Nope, it's still wanting to be wedged in there, which I never like. Voila, finally it's out. Got a strange kink on that spring, as if it's been retrofitted, should we say. Okay, so I can't get the setting lever out because, of course, the screw is on the other side. We can remove the cannon pinion. And I should just be able to get my Presto tool on that. No problem at all. So your typical keyless works, nothing terribly exciting there. These, at the moment, I'm going to keep these in place. I will unscrew them at some point, certainly for when we get to cleaning. I just need to keep a track of them, really, make sure they're all the same. I think they probably are, but can't be too careful. I'm going to leave the set-in lever in place with it being loose. I'll just clean it like that, it'll be fine. Okay, let's flip it over and find out a little bit more about this movement. So I'm not sure how well this is coming out on the camera, but this movement is an absolutely gorgeous colour. Really, really, really pretty. So let's remove the balance, get that out of the way, and of course that's going to tell us a little bit more about what the model of this movement is. It seems to be really tight in there. I have got some plastic levers somewhere, but I've lost them. So I'm trying not to mark this beautiful movement if I can help it. There. Okay, now we can see that the movement is an FF72. So the 72 on the dial side corresponds to the movement ref. So I don't know much about this at the moment. I will Google that shortly and learn a little bit more about it. But for now, let's continue with the strip down. So far, so good. Can't see any problems anywhere. Using this driver here, which was from the DIY Watch Club. It's actually become one of my favourite drivers ever, certainly for big screws like this. And that doesn't want to come out just yet. But resistance is futile. Okay, what I'll do instead is I'll remove the crown wheel and try and keep that one in place. That is one stubborn ratchet wheel. And I don't want to mark it because it looks stunning. There, finally, it's come off. Good. So next up is the click. Your very typical click spring. That's that dealt with. Now we can move on and take the bridges apart or just take them off. Let's just take them off, shall we? Again, we've got these nice little cap jaws. I guess in theory I should take these off in situ now, but no, I'm being a little bit hesitant. I've never seen so many, to be fair, on a movement. Okay, and gently try to pry those. Hopefully this is going to come off a bit better. We've got two little slots for that. Well done, no trouble there. And now we've got the train. So I can remove a few of these. Just got to keep a note myself, because we've got another train. How interesting. I wasn't expecting that, to see another bridge here. Interesting stuff. Okay, so we'll just get rid of the barrel. And again, we just pry. And I've got a feeling, yeah, the barrel is going to stay in place. You see there's plenty of dried oil there. Let's just switch the focus lock off and bring it up. Plenty of dried oil. And it also looks like the barrel is quite jammed in there. There we go. So just this centre wheel bridge to contend with. So far so good. I do like this movement. Really like this movement. And we've got more problems with the wheels here. They're jammed in. I don't like that. So let's just get rid of the pallets as well. Floated a little bit off camera there, sorry about that. Everything is a little bit stubborn. The pallet fork out. Should be able to just pull the escape out. And then these two seem to be joined together. Now, are they supposed to be? I think probably not. Let's just get that into focus. No, of course not. Just more dried oil. I don't know if you can see that there. So definitely in need of a service. But there we go. That is the main parts of this movement broken down. We have to contend with all of those little capsule things that I may remove and clean. I'll make that decision and come back to you very, very shortly after I've been on to my old friend Google. So I'll come back in just a moment and then we can cut to the Bremray. So I've been online and it's a FHF movement, not an FF as I originally said. I always seem to get this thing confused when I see these logos. And obviously the 72 is the movement number. It appears from what I can find that it was first introduced in 1963 and it ran to I think 1971. It's had a good run and I dare say it was used widely in a whole manner of different watches. So I am going to remove these little capsules ready for cleaning. And these ones are a lot smaller than the other ones. So there we go, let's cut to the cleaning montage. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the cleaning montage there. I always include those into the videos, but this video I'm going to be splitting down the middle, so this is end of part 1. Now part 2, if you're watching this as it's going out live, will be in 3 days. But if you're watching it a bit later than that, then it'll be one click away at the end of the video because it'll be a recommended video. So please leave likes if you enjoyed this part of the video. Of course, leave comments below. You know I'm going to read as many as I can and answer as many as I can too. So it'll be interesting to see what your thoughts are so far on this particular watch. And of course, consider subscribing if you're new to the channel. Lots more content like this always going on. And of course, hit the bell button because that way you're going to be notified as to when I publish new videos, including part 2. So without further ado, I will see you on the other side. Bye for now.